Hello Wildcrafters! This is going to be a short little video on how to make an adjustable cordage bracelet using the natural fiber of your choice. A quick demonstration of what the end result looks like. You can see I can pass this through my hand, and from there I can adjust, tighten to my wrist, and tuck in the extra cordage, and there you go. So let's make one ourselves. People who know me might be familiar with the fact that I'm a big fan of using cattail leaf as a material to work with, but you have a lot of different options for natural material for this project, such as bramble, willow bark, milkweed, the skin of milkweed stalks, the skin of stinging nettle stalks, and in fact I would like to give a special shout out to the nettle fiber community. A really cool online resource and a great community of very cool people. So since we will be using cattail leaf for this video, I have a few details to share about working with the cattail leaf. So it's best after harvesting to dry it in the sun for a few hours. I tend to do maybe 12 to 24 hours, and I check on it from time to time. Once it's looking kind of wilted, that's a very good sign. And from there I do a test by just twisting it a little bit like so and seeing how well it holds the tension. You can see this leaf is doing pretty good. It's holding all of that tension and it's not starting to rip or crack. It is possible to dry it too much where it will just crack on you. So once you have your leaf that you are happy with, you want to find the center of the leaf, so that would be right here in my case. Another thing about cattail leaf is that it has a unique shape. The outside edge kind of curves inwards, and so then the inside edge is curving inwards, and when working with cattail leaf it is best to work with this contour. So by that I usually twist so that the outside edge is covering the inside edge. So we start by making a simple piece of cordage. This will be a bit of cordage 101. So we twist. I like to twist counterclockwise towards myself because the orientation helps. So we're twisting, and then it's just going to naturally want to make a loop that we guide it to do. And then from there, if you did it counterclockwise, you will end up with an orientation like this, with your loop and two arms, and the arm that is closest to you will be going upwards. So from there, we twist the arm, once again, counterclockwise, and then we pull it over the bottom arm, and then pinch the point of contact. Then what was the lower arm is now the upper arm, and you repeat the same thing. So we twist, pull over the lower arm, pinch the point of contact, and then you have your new upper arm. So you can keep doing this until you have the length of cordage you are happy with. You can see that we are already starting to get our cordage shape, but there is a way that is slightly faster, which is taking your starting loop, biting it down, pulling to keep some tension, and then with your two arms you twist them, cross them over, and repeat that. Twist and cross, twist and cross. And then you want to do this until you get a length that is just slightly under the circumference of your wrist. It also helps to use your fingers to create a little bit of friction to help roll and compact the leaves while you're twisting it, to really lock in some of that tension. All right, that's looking pretty good. So once we are at that part, we want to lock in the work that we've done so far, and I do that by just tying a simple knot. It's always, so you make a loop, you thread through one end, it's always good to be careful at this stage and kind of work with the plant instead of forcing it too much, and just kind of gently guide it to where you want to go, compressing it as needed so that it doesn't rip from the tension. So we have our first knot, and I like to do that, you know, 2 or 3 times, just so that it all stays locked in and that it doesn't start breaking down the cordage pattern you did from the pressure of the knot. So we're doing our second one now. Hopefully you can see a little bit of how I'm kind of just guiding the leaf rather than forcing it too much. And there, that's pretty good. So from there, we want to build on the cordage that we have been making, and we want our total length to be about the circumference of the widest part of our hand when we close it, so that we can easily slip it on and off. So we continue from where we left off, biting down on our starting loop. And same thing, twisting, crossing, while keeping that tension. And if you run into areas that are starting to rip a little, it's not the ends of the world. You just got to work with the plant and kind of negotiate your way through. Gentle but firm. Okay, let's see how that is. That is actually a bit too wide. So when that happens, you simply just can undo some of the cordage that you've made, maybe about up to here. Seems pretty good. And then you once again tie a knot, once again gently guiding the leaf. There's generally one side that's a little bit more cooperative than the other, as is the case this time. So there we go, the knot is forming. Looks good. You can see it's starting to rip here, but thankfully we are almost done. So I'm going to do it a second time. There we go. Okay, so once you have this, your full piece of cordage, your hand can pass through. The next step is to take your starting loop and uncoil it just a little bit so that you have a loop like so. Then you take the second end and you thread it through that loop. I'm gonna get all of the various little strands threaded through one at a time. Last one here. And there we go. Just bear with me for a quick second. And then you want to get it over that knot that you made, that ending knot. And there we go. So from there, we can cut off our excess leaf. And our end result is something like this. So I can put it on without any issue. Then I can tighten it and tuck in the excess cordage. And there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope some people can make their own bracelets from their material of their choice, and then you can carry around some of your favorite plants with you all day. Well, thank you for watching, and wishing you a great summer. Ciao!